Hey everyone, Brendan here. Welcome back to our channel. On one of my previous tech vlogs, I got a question from Eng Ali who asked me how much storage I have on my iPad and if I could do a video around iPad storage recommendations. So thanks Ali for the question, and hopefully this video answers some of your questions. Um, so I'll start with the basics. If all you're using your iPad for is searching the web, streaming videos such as YouTube and, for instance, our channel, checking email, maybe doing some like word processing, that type of thing, really all you need is the basic entry-level iPad storage. You're not really going to need to have too much extra storage on there. Um, the basic storage should serve your needs pretty well. Now, I do know there are some people out there who really do recommend get as much storage as you can possibly buy because you can't, or as much storage as you can afford because you can't upgrade the storage on an iPad after you buy it. But to those people, I would counter that with looking at some paid storage options for online cloud storage instead. Personally, I actually do pay I think it's about $3 extra a month to Apple to upgrade my iCloud storage from the free 5 gig tier to the 200 gigabyte tier. And that really does help offload a lot of your storage capabilities, especially around stuff like photos. I am a photographer, at least it's a hobby of mine. So I actually have a photo library of about 40 to 50,000 photos. And all of those are stored in my iCloud photo library. I have the iCloud photo library option turned on my iPad. And what that does is older photos automatically get offloaded off of my iPad and stored up in iCloud. The nice thing with that is there's only about maybe 4 or 5 gigs of photos really stored locally on my iPad. Everything else is stored off-site. The other nice thing about that, if something happens to my iPad, I haven't lost any photos. All those photos are automatically backed up to iCloud. I can get a new iPad, log into my iCloud account, and all those photos will still be there ready to go. So that really is a great option. I know there are other cloud storage solutions as well. Google Photos is another great example of an option. They have both a paid tier and a free tier. The big difference with them is the free tier gives you unlimited storage, but it doesn't give you full resolution photos. Whereas the paid tier, you can actually store full resolution photos. You can get away with the entry-level storage on an iPad, but I would definitely complement it with a cloud storage solution to sort of counterbalance that. That being said, when I got this iPad, there was 2 storage options available, the 32 gigabyte and the 128 gigabyte, and I actually did go for the larger storage option on my iPad Pro. I take a lot of photos, and I can't necessarily back them up quickly. So what I like to do, especially when I'm traveling at the end of the day, I'll pull the memory card out. I have the Apple memory card reader that I can just plug right into my iPad and copy those photos onto the iPad. Again, very paranoid about losing photos. I sort of live by the philosophy that when you take a photo, it doesn't really truly exist until it exists in 2 places. So especially when I'm on vacation, traveling, doing those types of photos, I can copy them onto the iPad at the end of the day, and now I have a copy on the memory card and a local copy on the iPad. The other reason why I wanted to have the larger size storage is when we do go traveling, I can download a lot of videos onto my iPad so we can watch them offline while we're traveling without having to worry about having an internet connection to stream those photos. So for those types of things, you might want to consider getting the larger storage. But even if you do get the larger storage, please, 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 I beg of you, pay the extra $2 or $3 to upgrade your iCloud storage as well and turn on things like the iCloud Photo Sync so that you can have that cloud copy of your files. Newer iPads and newer versions of iOS, you can get dongles and plug in an external hard drive. So that could be another option for you if you do find yourself running out of room on your iPad. The tricky things with that is certain apps you can't really tell to use an external drive. So for instance, the built-in Photos app on your iPad, there's no way of telling it store all my photos on this external drive. It will only ever store it locally and sync to your iCloud photo library. The other thing too is if you're traveling a lot with your iPad, it's something else you have to carry with you. You have to remember the iPad, you have to remember the dongle and cables to connect the hard drive up to your iPad. It's just a lot of extra bits and pieces that you have to take with you. Also, that external drive won't be included in your iPad backup when your nightly backup kicks in to back up your iPad to your iCloud account. It's not going to back up the external drive that's connected to that. So if you want to back up that drive, you're going to have to back it up through some other method. So if you are dealing with large amounts of files for photos, video editing, other types of things, that's another reason why you might want to consider getting the larger storage capacity on your iPad when you go to buy a new one. The other thing too, as we've started up this channel, I've been editing all of our videos locally on my iPad. I actually don't have a computer. The reason I got the 12-inch iPad Pro when it came out was I realized that for me that really could be my computer at home. At work I deal with a lot of tech issues, and I just don't want to deal with tech at home, so it's kind of nice not having to think about tech, which is why when the iPad Pro came out, I made the decision to make the iPad my computer at home. That is my main device. So I do everything on my iPad. Like I say, I do my photography on my iPad, I edit videos on my iPad, and for those reasons I did get the larger storage. But for those of you that really just want to use your iPad for streaming YouTube videos or other videos, surfing the web, checking email, doing word processing, you really can get away with the smaller storage. So Ali, I hope that answers your question, and hopefully that's informative to the rest of our viewers. And if anybody does have any questions or any topics that they'd like to see me do in future videos, please leave something in the comments below, and I will try to create a video to answer some of those questions. Until next time, this is Brendan. Thank you for watching our channel, and hope everyone's staying safe with the way things are right now. Thanks everyone. Bye.